All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about some of the best teams you could actually make. And this is also going to talk very much so about the best units to actually run in these and how exactly you're really going to set up this team. Okay, there's going to be a lot of different options, but for launch, there's a lot, but in general, it's not a lot of units that we're able to really use. Okay, the main reason is because yes, there's a lot of good 4 stars, a lot of good units, but also it's not like a large roster. So because it's not a large roster, you're overall limited in the units you can use, but at the same time, they give you almost everything for free. So especially at launch, you're gonna be fine. Now, if you guys are enjoying the content, I would greatly appreciate you guys liking the video and also subscribing. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. The support's been unreal, and I can't wait to deliver you guys more Persona 5X content because this game is really fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are too. Now, of course, Wonder is in every team. As you go, the goal is going to be to make it more and more of a support. But of course, for right now, it's going to be more so DPS oriented. Like, I mean, his weapons are all about damage or attack percent, and then his personas are all about damage, right? But as you go on, that's going to change. And then, of course, there is the navigator slot. So this slot has to be a navigator. Currently, there's only 2, right? We only have Tomiyama and then also Miyu. These are the only 2, and what I need to make sure is very clear is you're going to actually need to build up both of them. The main reason is because later on there's going to be 2 game modes that require 2 teams. Because it's going to require 2 teams, you're going to want to make sure that you actually have 2 navigators built up, because if you don't have 2 navigators built up, then it's just going to suck for you and you're just not going to have the last slot in the team. So keep that in mind. It doesn't really matter where you place them, but basically she's more DPS oriented and then Miyu is more defensive oriented. Okay, that's basically it. Navigators also give extra stats to the party. So 15% of their stats is given to the party. That's just a built-in passive. They're not attackers, they're just doing their support. And then this slot, I like to attribute it to DPS. So who could go in this slot? Well, the number 1 option would be Joker. Okay, Joker is very good. Okay, he is going to be a very, very nice AoE unit for you guys to use. And I don't think I could. Nope. Is it here? So his ult is going to be a very good AoE, and then afterwards he could get some extra attacks or extra actions and then be able to use his skill 3 AoE. Sometimes you're just using this twice in a row. So damage wise, he is looking very good. Okay, in terms of like your general play and especially just progressing through the story, I would say Joker is probably your best option if you can get him. But of course, On is going to work pretty much just as well. She has a lot of good buffs. She's going to be able to do quite a lot. Her ult is going to be an AoE, so that's going to help. And she's going to work very well. And also because she has an AoE on her skill 3, having a highlight and then skill 3 AoE is really what you need because of the fact that you're not always going to have the highlight, right? Especially if these things are quick, you want to be able to go through it quick. So in terms of AoEs, these are the 2 best. But building a single target DPS is also going to be important. So someone like Seiji is actually going to be really good for this. He's going to be able to put Winded, which is going to lower the enemy's defense and all that good stuff. But then he's also doing a lot of different hits and then also getting some good crit rate and all that. So with his crits, with his damage and multiple different hits, he's going to be able to start doing a lot of damage, especially when you start applying Winded, right? And then also like more, I guess they called it Windswept in English. I apologize. I guess it is Windswept. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's going to be a lot of good stuff, especially with his debuffs and all that. He's going to be good single target, right? So that's the 3rd option for a DPS. But remember, it's mainly like I'm only building Joker. I'm not On right now because I need 1 AoE and I don't need a second team. But if I did need a second team, it would probably have to be Seiji if it is single target. But if it's AoE, then yeah, On's getting built, especially because Luful is buffing fire damage at A6, right? The amount of fire damage this guy's buffing, if we check the dupes, is kind of crazy because here he's giving more fire damage and then here he's giving more fire damage. So that's why Luful is actually very good. Now for the last one, it would actually be Ryuji. So unfortunately, I don't have him, but in terms of single target damage, long term, he's going to be very good. It's just right now, he kind of isn't the best because there's a lot of buildup and like you have to use the highlight and then the skill 3, so it can start getting a bit long. However, if you have Ryuji, then he's not horrible, right? He's not horrible. So it's definitely a fourth option. So those are the 4 options for DPSs that I mentioned. So we're going to just keep on for now. And then we're going to go to the second one. So the second one's going to be a sustain. Now for this second slot, there's really 2 options that you're going to stick with, and only these 2. Now, number 1's going to be Luful. Okay, first of all, you could get him on Joker's banner. He's also going to be free. So Luful is going to be very good. He's going to be buffing your attack and be healing. And the other option would be Morgana. Now, like I said, in the future, you're going to need to have these 2 built anyway, but Morgana is just going to be more support-oriented, reviving and doing a lot more heals, where Luful is going to be also giving a lot of damage support, but Luful is going to be the one you want to pair with On, especially if you manage to max dupe him. For me, max duping took 2 full pities, so it took 160 pulls to max dupe, maybe like 140. So, you know, most people by the end of the banner, that by Joker's banner before it ends, you should be able to get Luful at least with some extra dupes to increase fire damage to really help On. And this slot is basically the sustain and support. So it's going to be either Morgana or Luful. There's pretty much no one else it could be because of the fact there's no one else really on their level at the moment. And also Morgana is free if you get them from the selector, and then Luful is literally free, right? So you could get both of them with ease. And then this last slot is really going to be a buffer and a kind of like usually debuffer. So the best option in pretty much any case will be Yaoling. However, maybe you want to use Yaoling with Joker because she does have some sub DPS damage. And mainly she is going to be... she's cursed, right? So putting her with Joker maybe for that mono environment could be good. But Yaoling is going to be the best option. She's going to be increasing the amount of damage the enemy takes based off her speed and all that good stuff. She's going to have a lot of good debuffs related to that. Also be able to apply Forget, which makes them unable to use skills. So when you consider that, it's definitely going to be quite good. It's definitely going to be quite good. She basically like increased target's damage. She's able to put Forget. So it's like all these good things are going to be nice. And then it's like they keep on stacking, and then there's AoE. So in terms of damage increase, she is there. However, the other option you could go is going to be Leon. So Leon's also that. I swear that's Killua's Maria Issa. I'm pretty sure that's Killua's voice actor. So Leon is also going to be very good. He's going to be doing a lot of attack increase, right? Furthermore, also healing, right? So the heal is going to be good. The attack increase is going to be good, but it's mainly going to be a lot of attack increase. That's pretty much what this boy is doing, if we're being real. And I mean, his healing is also not going to be bad. Now, having the crit damage long term, I'm pretty sure the dupes also give more. Yeah, look, bro, crit damage here and here. So there's a lot of extra crit damage, man. I'm kind of, whenever he is going to be featured on a banner, you might want to summon just to get his dupes, because long term, he's actually not going to be that bad. Like for a 4-star, he stays quite relevant. If I'm being real, he does stay quite relevant. It's kind of crazy. Now, if you do end up getting Haruna, it could also work. I mean, you need to run someone. And, you know, you're going to get some extra damage dealt. So it's like the damage dealt is going to be there, right? But she's not on the same level, especially if you have Leon with dupes. But if you don't have Leon with dupes, obviously, you could definitely consider that Haruna is going to be almost as good for that slot. So that basically makes the team, right? That's pretty much it. The first slot's going to be a DPS. The second slot's going to be more so sustain. And then the third slot's going to be more of a damage increase unit. So for me, Yao Ling works, but obviously Leon works, Haruna works, okay? Now, if for some reason you don't have like the 5 stars, you didn't get lucky. Well, I mean, Tomoko could maybe work, but it's like we're starting to like grasp for straws in this, right? So honestly, I mean, like stick with Leon if you want. And look at this. Like this is a completely free-to-play team if we're being real. I think you get, is it Miyu? I swear you get Miyu for free. I'm pretty sure. But I run Kyle. So it's like you have this person, well, obviously on the 5-star you get from the selector, right? And if not from Luful's business plan. And then you have Luful, and then you have Leo, and then Kaio, right? Now, Leo can definitely switch out with a couple people, like I said. But in general, this is how your teams are going to be looking. Now, my personal team that I am using is this. This is the team. Luful's max dupe. It is nice. I mean, maybe with On, it would be even better if we're being real because of the fire boosts. But yeah, this is the team. Because Kaio's more attack boosting. Then Yao Ling obviously has a debuffer is really good. Luful gives us some attack. And then Joker is going to be crazy, especially because I do have Joker's weapon. Yeah, his weapon is it's okay. I mean, you don't need it. It's not a necessity, but it's definitely nice to have. So that's basically going to be it for teams. You really want to center it around have like a sustain to really keep you alive, then having someone to help you increase your support damage, and then having your navigator with the DPS, right? That's basically how these teams work. Wonder's going to be there in the future. We're going to go more in depth into him. But for right now, really just worry about building out the right units. Any unit I mentioned in today's video are the ones to really build out, okay? In terms of DPS, I mean, we went over it, but in priority, it's really Joker to On, then to Seiji, then Ryuji. But it's mainly Seiji if you have dupes. If not, Ryuji and Seiji are pretty tied, I would say. And they're both single targets, so there is that. If you have any questions, let me know down below. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope it helped. Bye-bye.